Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serein, and today's video is going to be a first impression wear test. However, I think I'm going to be testing this out for at least a full 7 to 10 days on camera because I have been obsessing over Maskcara Beauty the last few weeks. I finally got my order in. I'm going to unbox everything and kind of explain to you how I discovered Maskcara Beauty, why I wanted to try this out, and the whole process of it, because it is, unfortunately, maybe fortunately, in order to purchase it, you do typically go through an artist to color match you. Maskcara Beauty is actually started by Cara Brooks, and I first heard about Cara from the Allure Beauty Blogger Awards, which she was the winner of the year before I was a part of the Allure Beauty Blogger Awards. So the year I was a part of it, I kind of was obsessively stalking all of the previous contestants and winners. I fell in love with Cara's approach to beauty. So I had discovered that she had started her own beauty brand with 3D foundation. And at the time, it was just through her website and it was completely sold out. I wasn't able to get my hands on it for at least a year. Every time I checked, it was sold out. And then I kind of forgot about it. And then I checked again a few years ago and I looked at the ingredients and it surprised me that it was heavy in petrochemicals or petroleum. And at the time, I was not using any petrochemicals. And I still avoid it in my skincare, but it's pretty much in most conventional makeup. So I've relaxed a little bit about it as much as I am comfortable with. I'm willing to use it in my makeup products. The more I'm learning about it, the more I'm realizing like it's almost impossible to be 100% clean and still have products work, and clean beauty is not really regulated. So I did look up the ratings of all of the ingredients and it's like a 5 when it comes to Think Dirty with Maskcara Beauty. So I'm like in the middle. It's not horrible, it's not what you would consider super clean or toxic free either. It's just right in the middle. I then started kind of noticing that people were posting reviews on Maskcara Beauty, and I was like, wow, the packaging has changed so much, the range has really expanded. And then I realized they were all Maskcara Beauty artists, which is a direct sales situation. But what impressed me was that the people I watch, and I watch Sarah Marshall from The Contoured Chemist. I love my personal color matcher who I purchased from, Savannah Polson, but she is Bold Beautiful Life. I also watched a couple other girls who do sell mascara and was reviewing the products, and a lot of people weren't initially an artist, but they started reviewing the product first, fell in love with it, and ended up selling it. Anyways, I was like hemming and hawing, and I was like, you know what? I want to review this product after doing a lot of research, because even from the beginning when this product launched, I think 6 years ago when I first kind of learned about it through YouTube with just Cara, it has a learning curve because it's all cream based, and it's not just cream based. It reminds me a lot of the cream makeup that I used to wear for stage makeup, but it has an ability to cover incredibly and do an amazing job for stage. So I wonder how it's gonna work in real life. Obviously, I don't think the pigmentation is the same as like my Ben Nye grease paint. So I went a little ham. I purchased a lot of products. Some of the shades that I was color matched to were totally sold out, and I've literally been refreshing the website like repeatedly. Savannah actually sent me 3 shades to kind of play with, and then I kind of guessed a lot of the colors, and I unfortunately purchased the wrong contour color. I purchased one I thought that would work called Shadow, but it is mainly for your nose and it's not supposed to be used for your face. But I did purchase another one on the website. I'm going to show you everything I purchased, everything Savannah sent me because they were sold out. And I also made another purchase with my own money, totally paid for it myself. What I do like about it is that it's free shipping to the US. The shipping does take kind of a long time. Once it's shipped, it's typical USPS shipping, but in terms of like the processing time, it takes like almost a full 5 days. I will have timestamps as well in the description box if you want to skip ahead to certain things, but the reason I wanted to do on-camera testing for a full week is because I have a feeling it's going to take a while for me to really get the application I want for my lifestyle, and I also want to play with the different applications because there's so many ways you can use this. I have been watching so many YouTube videos on how each different artist uses the product, and it looks really good, and it seems to work for very fair to like medium to tan. I haven't seen anybody with really deep skin tones yet, and then it seems to work for younger 20 somethings all the way into mature 50 somethings. I also have noticed it seems to work for super oily skin because Savannah has oily skin, and normal skin, which is Sarah, and then very, very dry skin, which I think is like Simple and Beautiful or something on YouTube. I am going to go in with a hydrating primer from Laura Mercier, and it's a silicone-free primer, so I'm just going to put this on my dry areas, kind of let it absorb while we unbox everything. I always feel like the initial reviews on this product are like mixed, and so I want to give you a really good one. So today I might hate it, and by the end of the week I might still hate it, or I might really like it, but I want to give you a really good review on this because I think it's very unique. I like that it's not about doing one color all over the face and then having to go back in to warm up the face and add dimension and brightness. This is all in one layer essentially, which makes sense. Now, I will say that I don't think you have to buy this product to do that. I think a lot of makeup artists, and even back in the day when I was doing stage makeup with really heavy contouring, we used to have like a really dark contour shade, and then we would have a very bright shade, and we didn't really focus on our foundation necessarily. We might do a light foundation that kind of matched us, but we did go in with like a very dark contour and a very bright white almost, and we would barely blend it. Like we almost didn't blend it because we wanted the lights to be able to not wash us out and for you to see our features all the way in the back. This is a little bit more of like, it reminds me of that wearable version. So this is everything I purchased in my first order. I am still waiting for my second order, which will have 2 more brushes, the correct contour shade, hopefully. It's still not the one that Savannah matched me to. It's the one that, because they've been sold out of Olive and Astoria for so long, they recommended trying henna. And so I purchased that one, and I purchased 2 eyeshadows. So this is everything from my first one. You get a free compact with purchase. And so this compact was free with my purchase, and depending how many you purchase, little pans, you get like a larger compact. So I picked this one out, and I think it's the mini double decker. Got 2 sides with a little mirror, and I picked the silver one. Then I got the blush and bronzer double-ended brush. Now, I heard a lot of great things about the brushes, and people who don't even like the makeup or end up not liking the makeup really like the brushes. I like how luxe it feels, and it's got a really nice synthetic bristles. Also picked up the Best Blend Forever, which is the brush that Savannah recommended to start with. So you've got one smaller end, and then you've got this end. I picked up Desert Sunset for my lip and cheek. I love that this is like a realistic amount of product I'm gonna use. 3D foundation and candlelit. This was one I guessed because everything was sold out. This is the shadow contour, which we now know is not gonna be the right shade, but we'll just put it on the face anyways and hope that I can make it work. Hoping that the correct contour, or a little more correct contour, will come in stock so that I can include it later on in the footage of this video. I got the Pearl Illuminator. White Peach, which is supposed to be my, ooh, I just stuck my finger in that. Supposed to be my all over shade. And I got the Black Friday eyeliner. I also got a powder. This is the Vanilla Dust Setting Powder, and I hear good things about this too. And then I have 3 eyeshadows just to do like a very natural look. This one is in Oak. I really like the singles idea just because I like the idea of having all of my makeup in one place. I have Sabrina, which is a really popular shimmery. Final eyeshadow shade is Basic because I just love these neutrals. Savannah sent me were things I was gonna buy anyways, but they were sold out, so she had them. This is the Amber highlight, which is supposed to be my color corrector. And how this works is you go in with your color corrector first, which is going to be your darker highlight shade. You want to go darkest to lightest when it comes to your highlights. I actually think I could probably go even darker than Amber. And then she also sent me Wheat, which is a little bit more of a yellow tone. If you don't get a highlight that's dark enough to color correct, you will not be able to get the coverage you want, is what I hear, which makes sense if you have a lot of blues and reds in your skin. And then she sent me the Bella bronzer because they've been sold out of it, but it restocked since I've made my first order, and I dug my finger in it a little bit. She also sent me the Perfector in pink because I was trying to get my hands on it and it was sold out as well. And then she sent me the setting spray, which I was trying to get my hands on, but was also sold out. So all of the items she sent me, I would have totally paid for on my own. I was planning to. It was just sold out and I was like, when is this coming back in stock? Still waiting for Olive and Astoria, the contour shades, to come back in stock because I feel like I should test the colors that Savannah actually gave me. I'm gonna spray these brushes real quick just to disinfect them. The setting spray that she sent me is their old packaging. She asked if I mind. I said I did not mind. But everything in here, so they say to keep your creams and your powder separate. So I'm gonna go in with Amber first, and then I'm gonna go in with White Peach. We're gonna go in with a contour. The only one I have really is shadow, which we know is wrong. Bronzer, and then the lip and cheek, and the illuminator. It's gonna be my face. And then for my powder side, I will have my Vanilla Dust. I'll have my eyeshadows, my eyeliner, which I'll just stick there. I'm gonna go in first with Amber, and they say less is more with this product. Like, seriously, less is more is what they keep reiterating, and I am already like a less is more person, so I'm wondering if my less is more is gonna be not enough. I just did a little dab, and I'm gonna go in trying to correct any redness first. And then I feel like this isn't red, but that could use a little help. I say dab to not swipe, because when you swipe it just kind of blends it all off. So that took away all redness, but if you look really, really close, you'll see like, oh, it's a little not perfect in terms of shade match. Then I'm gonna take my damp but squeezed out Perfector, and they just say bounce it, and this will remove any excess product so that you can layer properly without it looking cakey or removing anything underneath. I really love what it did around my nose, because that's where I always get redness, like right in the crease of my nose. Now we're supposed to go in with the Oliver highlight, which is for me White Peach, and it's the lighter shade. I know it seems weird, and I just bounced, and I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna leave my contour area because I have a contour that's all got coverage. All of these products have coverage, which is why it reminds me of theater makeup. And this is definitely like a more brightening shade, which I like. And I can see why I was recommended this brush, because it's very flimsy, so it's hard to kind of get too much product in one area. I'm kind of obsessed. And again, I'm leaving my hairline because that's where I'll be doing contour. Oh, I probably could have used this on my eyes too to color correct. So it's freaking me out a bit that it is doing an incredible job concealing this vein. You can still faintly see it, but let's just try going back in with that first amber shade. That's really good. I'm kind of like amazed at how quick that was. because I want to keep putting more product on, but I need to stop because I don't need any more. So I'm going to go back in with the Perfector and bounce any extra product off. Okay, because I did put stuff under my eyes, I'm going to grab a little bit of this translucent powder and set my under eyes. Otherwise, I'll always crease. So, and this is cream. Let's go in with the contour. This is where I'm scared, okay? Let's do it. I'm really scared because I bought the wrong shade, but we're going in with shadow. See if I can blend this. I don't hate it. Definitely too gray, but I don't hate it. And it's a little patchy right there. That's my trouble area for blending. Definitely a little gray for my taste, but that was a shade issue on my end. But I'm not hating it. And I can see the potential with this. So now I'm gonna try my nose. And then going in with my Perfector, just bouncing it all. Really happy with this so far. I put a little powder on my nose before I go any further. I feel like maybe I should go in with the blush. Everyone else does blush first. So I'm going in with my blush. Let's go with the bronzer. Oh, I love this bronzer. Back in with this Perfector to blend all that. Pretty impressed. Go in with the powder. Oh, I have a highlight too. I'm gonna go in with my fingers for the highlight. I have the highlight in Pearl. I like that. It's very pretty. I'm gonna do my brows, and I think I can do my brows with shadow because it's such a dark thing, so I'm gonna grab a brush. Now I'm gonna set everything because then I just need to do my eyes. Oh, that spray is very aggressive. It smells like coconut. Oh, that smells nice. So the cool thing about this spray is that it also has SPF 30, but please wear SPF as your base. So the only thing left is my eyes. Let's try this lip on my lip and cheek on my lip. It's a decent lip and cheek kind of combo. It's nice and hydrating and glossy because I think I got a glossier lip and cheek. And then I know that a lot of people actually line their lips with their contour. Wanted a bolder, more defined lip, I could probably do that. Like that so far. Now let's go in with the eyeshadows. So I just have very basic stuff. I'm gonna grab my brush and we'll get started. Normally I would use an eyeshadow primer if I have all this cream on my face, but I forgot, so we'll just do this. This one's called Basic. Go in the crease. Really just subtle, and then I'm gonna go in with Sabrina on the brow bone. I'm going to use, I think this is in Oak on the outer corner. It's a deeper brown. A little bit of Oak on my lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with gel eyeliner in Black Friday. I don't know that I love the eyeliner yet because I feel like it's very creamy and I don't know how that's gonna stay. Obviously I probably should set it with something, but I already have my Lashify lashes in, so, and they're a fresh pair, so I didn't want to go too crazy in there. Overall, I'm really impressed with the coverage and how lovely it looks on the skin in terms of all of the face makeup. And I cannot wait to actually get the correct contour shade. And I'm hoping I'll get it in time to include it into this video, which I think I will because I have a lot of time before this video needs to go up because I'm pre-filming for my maternity leave. So I'm gonna do wear test for today, and then I'm also going to have more versions of how I do this makeup using my Ultra HD vlog camera, and I'll have my final thoughts at the end of this video. Like I mentioned, timestamps are in the description box. Just how do I feel about the whole situation, but the products are living up to the hype so far. Let's just hope it stays. I don't look crazy. Okay, so Chris just came in. This is what I look like in natural light by the window, and I was like, what does my makeup look like?
Move.
Considering my contour's the wrong shade.
It's not though. It looks really freaking good. Like how your skin looks like glass. That's not a filter. No filter. Hashtag.
No, wait, hold on. But this, in the camera, look in the viewfinder. See how it looks like it's choppy right there? Does that look like that in real life?
No.
Is that just because...
Wait, I don't know what you mean choppy.
Look in the camera. Look in the camera. See that shadow?
That darker?
Yeah.
Look at me.
Is it because it's the wrong...
Wait, look at me. No, this way.
Is it because it's the wrong color?
It's so, like, minuscule.
It's definitely showing up more on the camera.
Yeah.
But again, like we know today, we have the wrong color. So I think it'll look better if I have the right color.
Yes.
I'm like obsessed.
It's so smooth.
I'm really obsessed. I hope it lasts. Like I might need a better setting powder.
Yeah.
I feel like her setting powder is like too light. It's
okay.
Like I need like a heavy setting powder because it's all cream.
I'm wearing sweat number 5.
Ew, don't touch me. He like came in and scared me.
I didn't scare you. I just was outside the door when you opened it.
Scared me. This is what it looks like next to my like other light. Oh, this is crazy. It is now 9:20 and I've had everything on all day. I like the way it looks. I feel like it did kind of wear funny right here and a little bit right here, and it did start to break up around my nose where I'm the greasiest, but my cheeks and my forehead is wearing nicely. My nose is definitely worn off, and I don't know if that's I need to set with better powder, stickier primer, or I don't know. But if I also pull you a little bit, like if I pull you here, it looks good. And it looks good in the mirror. But if I go close, that's when I'm like, okay, being nitpicky now. Gotta figure out the situation with the nose. I'll do that tomorrow. Even really impressed with the brows. I think it looks really good. I'm shocked that my under eyes hasn't creased very much or anything like that. So I just have to figure out what's going on around my nose. Maybe I put too much product on, or I need to do a better job setting it. Maybe I need it to like put more of the darker color. But I think I did good on my face. It's just the nose area. Just fused my lashes, and I'm gonna go in with my makeup without a primer to see how it works today. If you're curious about Lashify, I did a whole first impression unboxing as well as application, and then I did an updated 1-month blog post. I'll link those in the description box for you guys. Yesterday I used the hydrating primer, but today I'm thinking of just going in with no primer and using my skincare, which has been sitting on my skin for a little bit now. I was also curious to maybe try different shades because I think wheat is actually darker than amber, and I also think that candlelight might make a good brightener. Just playing around since I have them. Go in with wheat, and then I might go in with amber as my main shade, and then I'll go in with, I might try going with candlelight as a brightener. Possibly I might go back in with white peach. And with my contour, which is still shadow. Okay, let's go in with color correcting. And I'm going in with wheat. In natural light. Love how everything looks like skin still. You can build it up to full coverage if you want, I think, but I like to look like skin. Day 2, wear test. I feel like the foundation does wear off on my nose a bit. I was very, very oily today because I used a new sunscreen too. And I feel like I could go darker almost. I wonder if I should get a darker highlight. Tomorrow, since I'm not going out, I thought I would try and do a full coverage because I've been doing very light coverage and I want to see if I can do a full coverage for tomorrow. Did not wear funny around the mouth this time. Last night, I noticed it had a little bit of flaking around here. I do not notice that this time. I also don't notice it around here, but it has worn off around my nose. I also wore a mask today multiple times. Under eyes still look good. Wednesday, I noticed last night that when I removed my makeup, I was like doing my double cleanse and I looked in the mirror and I was kind of like, my skin feels softer and smoother and less redness, especially considering I've been wearing full face of makeup every single day, which is so not normal for me. Normally, if I'm wearing makeup every single day, my skin starts to look duller, has more redness to it, the texture starts getting a little bit more uneven. I even maybe will get little bumps. I was kind of shocked. I ran into the bathroom and asked Chris, like, hey, does my skin look better? And I have nothing on, like I had no skincare on, and he was just like, yeah, it looks smoother and less red. And I was just like, this is so weird. Do you think it's the makeup? So I don't know, because when I was watching all these YouTube videos on how to use the makeup, most of them are like die-hard mascara fans and or mascara artists. And I was just like, well, I'm not really gonna believe everything someone tells me that's selling it and making a personal commission, even though I tend to trust people because I do this for a living. I don't know why, but for whatever reason I was like, well, they're mascara artists, so like of course they love the product because they chose to invest their money and time in building their business. I find really interesting is that it kind of like everything that these women are saying is actually true for the most part, and specifically Savannah, Harmonized Beauty, and the Contoured Chemist. Those are the three main ones that I feel like are consistent with their content and don't sound pushy or salesy. They truly seem to love this product, and between those three women, they're the reason I wanted to try the product. There's a ton of videos from just random people who are buying the product from a party or people who decided to join, and I was watching a lot of videos of people unboxing their artist kit because I was curious what was in the artist kit. Some of them have never even really tried the makeup before. They just decided they were gonna start selling. So I thought that was interesting. And then there were some who bought like 3 shades, fell in love with it, and decided to go into the artist program. So again, that was very like interesting as well. So some people really have a lot of luck with this foundation right away. Some people really hate it. And I think with everything, it's different. Plus this product is so different. I'm still playing with it, but today I want to see how much I can build it up. I want to do a fuller face, fuller for me, or fuller coverage for me. My skin has my normal daily SPF and vitamin C and moisturizer, and it's been on for a while. So today I'm going to try this because yesterday I felt I was very, very oily. So today I'm going to try the normal to oily skin bite change maker, just where I was oily last night. And the thing about this was I was watching Sarah from the Contoured Chemist, and she was talking about how it took her skin like 3 weeks to really adjust to this foundation. And I've heard this a couple times, like Savannah's mentioned it in a couple of her tutorials as well, about how her skin like was oily, like really oily, but it got almost used to this moisture from the foundation. And I think it's because of the petroleum in it. So if you start off with a really clean base and proper skincare, I think it protects your skin from a lot of the harsh elements that we're dealing with, especially in California, the heat, the smog, and recently all of the fires. So I think that's maybe why it's doing better, whereas normally I would say I want my skin to like be able to live its best life. Recently, not so much because of everything going on. So today I'm going to try using this brush, this end. I think I got the B squared, and the reason it's called B squared, it's blush and bronzer. B squared, you know, little math term. We're going to go in with Wheat. I think you can go darker and brighten, but you can't go lighter and like fix it. With the lighter shades, if you go in too light too quick, it accentuates your pores and any discoloration, which makes total sense in color theory, which makes sense if you get color matched incorrectly, you would have an issue with textural and pore size. So I'm gonna use this, which is wheat, and I'm just gonna see, like, I don't even really have as much redness as I did when I started filming this video on Monday, and I'm just gonna dot it across my mask. I keep forgetting to put my eyeshadow primer on first because this is cream, and I'm going with my Sephora concealer brush. Loving it. I like the fuller coverage. I have officially been playing with Maskcara Makeup for 2 weeks now, and I have to say I am obsessed. I really wanted to be not so into this makeup because every review I watch is either really negative or overly positive. I'm one of those overly positive people about this product, and I think the reason it's either very negative or very positive is because you either intuitively get it or you hate it. And the reason you might hate it is just because it's so different. And I know you're probably sitting at home being like, oh, okay, it's makeup, how different can it be? Well, to me, it just makes sense because of my background with TV and film makeup artists, as well as growing up in theater and stage makeup. It's definitely a version of that, in my opinion, when it comes down to color correcting, highlighting, contouring, and using cream-based products. I was a huge fan of DMK foundation when I first started this channel, and I discovered DMK foundation through a TV and film makeup artist that I loved working with, and she had to explain to me how to use it because I ran out and bought the foundation because I love the way my makeup looked on set. I loved how it didn't break me out on set because I was doing 16-hour days, wearing it for 10 days straight. And she was like, I need to teach you how to use this properly. And it's very light because cream foundations of this sort is heavily pigmented so that it can do its job in color correcting and bringing out the right tones without looking heavy. But it can easily look very heavy if we use it as normal consumer purchased makeup. When I'm on set and when I watch makeup artists work for high definition cameras, you never see them just throw on an entire one shade of foundation. They color correct using their base products, meaning it could be a slight shade difference, but they're using 3 to 5, sometimes more different bases to only apply the product where you need it to create that flawless look where the texture still looks like skin, especially for TV and film cameras because you're moving and skin has texture. If skin doesn't have texture, it looks face-tuned and it looks bad. We don't want that. You want texture, and good photoshopping leaves the skin's texture. It just kind of diminishes some of the harsher textures that might be brought out with makeup or lighting. What this is doing is basically creating a consumer-friendly, affordable way to do this for yourself. You really need, I think, 3 colors to start with. You need a highlight shade that is going to be your darkest tone to color correct any redness, any purples, any darkness, whatever it is that you're trying to bring down. And then you're going to need your highlight base shade, which is going to be your lighter shade. And that one's going to be a little closer to your actual skin tone, but it could still have a little bit more yellow or orange. It could still have a little more pink, depending where you're trying to bring your skin. And then you're going to want a contour shade. And instead of the Instagram contour, you want a contour shade that is going to be flattering to your natural shadows of your skin and your face and your dimension. And you need those 3 to really get a nice, beautiful, flawless look. And then of course, if you want to go a little bit more, you can get the lip and cheek, you can get the bronzer, you can get the powder, you can get the illuminators, you can go even more in depth and get even more different color correctors, or you can get a brightener, so even a lighter shade to just brighten the areas that you really want to pop out. But to start off, you really need 3 shades. And I would probably recommend getting 4 pans just because you get a free compact with that. So then you have your whole entire little compact situation. So whether that be a lip and cheek or a bronzer, Bella bronzer, I'm obsessed with the Bella bronzer. But it really is a beautiful way of doing makeup, and why I like creams to begin with is because good cream formulations that are pigmented, you can sheer out and create almost an invisible tinted look to building all the way up to a full coverage based on how you use the product and the technique. Now, I've learned a lot of different things on how to use this product, and I'm gonna do another video sharing with you after using it for 3 weeks how I like to do it for everyday look, where it feels super light on the skin but also looks flawless like today. I will have that video go up very soon, showing you how I create my everyday look using the mascara products. But a couple key things to remember is that it's cream. So a little goes a long way. You want to barely tap the product. You want to make sure you get color matched properly. And I was hesitant to do this, but I fell in love with this product so much and I started just obsessing over it, and I was talking to Chris about it over and over and over and over again, and I was talking to anybody that will listen about how much I've loved this product in real life. I decided to actually join the artist program and get trained on how to color correct. So I can now color correct you if you want me to, or you can reach out to another artist. If you want me to color correct you, I'll leave my email for color correction in the description box and you can email me. I'll also leave you a link on how to take a proper selfie. So, and if you want to shop through me, you can shop through my link, and I do make commission off of that. I think of it as an affiliate link system for myself because I love the makeup so much, and because I'm hoping to be able to feed my addiction to this makeup, because I've already made 4 purchases. I also really wanted the artist kit because I wanted to see all the different shades so that I can really play with it and see where I could take this makeup, not just for myself, but just like my curiosity I have with it. After about 2 weeks of playing with this makeup, I bit the bullet and I joined the artist program so that I could get the training to help color match you, to talk you through any of the troubleshooting that you might need, as well as to basically have a link so I can make commission if you guys choose to buy it because of me. You don't have to use any of those. You can reach out to a different artist. You can buy directly from headquarters. I do think you need help with color matching because I would not have picked the colors I ended up loving. My favorite powder that doesn't make me look powdery and doesn't take away from the pigment of this product is their vanilla setting powder. I just use a tiny little bit under my eyes and any areas that I'm super oily. The product lasts on me pretty much all day. I don't find that it slips and slides on me, but my technique is to prep my skin, use the setting spray or use a primer, go in with the product, set it with the vanilla powder where I am the oiliest and under my eyes, because I do have fine lines. We all do. I put the powder on right under my eyes and then I press it in with the perfector. This is very important. You press that in, and then I powder my nose, and I powder right here and maybe my chin, and then I apply the rest of my products like the Bella Bronzer, my lip and cheek, my illuminator, and then I set it again with the setting spray. If it's really hot or I've been running around, I'm also 7 months pregnant, almost 8, I will take a blotting sheet and blot any excess oils if I feel like it. But I like a radiance. I think radiant skin looks more natural, looks more youthful, looks healthier. I don't want a super matte look. So I will just carry a blotting sheet with me if I need to blot. I've worn this makeup with my mask out and about for a couple hours. It does transfer onto my mask, but it doesn't pull off product where it's noticeable that product is worn off. If you're one of those people that touches your face a lot, that rubs your face, you can bring the compact with you and you can touch it up. But honestly, because it's cream, you can just take a sponge and kind of touch up any areas and it'll look good as new. I've taken a nap with this makeup on and it still looks good and fresh. I also noticed my skin enjoys this makeup more, and I don't know if it's because it's protecting my skin with the layer of petroleum, because this is a petroleum-based makeup. I don't like using petroleum-based skincare, but I've been looking more into the updated research because I was so against petroleum, which is also why I stopped using a lot of cream-based makeup. But slugging has really become popular, and dermatologists are talking about the reasons why. I think you have to make the decision for yourself. I don't use petroleum or mineral oils in my skincare for the most part, especially as a moisturizer. But in makeup, it really hasn't been something I've been able to completely eliminate in the last few years. And I don't think it's going to be, especially since my skin seems to do really well with makeup that has petroleum in it, like the mascara, like DMK, like even RCMA, their professional cream-based makeup, I think also has it. For me, I think what it is that because I have the dryness and the oily areas, I do take really good care of my skin and I prep it with the skincare, and then I have the makeup, and that kind of locks in my skincare. It just seems to keep my skin more balanced, and I have less irritation, less flakiness, less redness. I've just noticed my skin's improved as well, and I've been wearing more makeup than normal because I love putting this on every morning. That's another thing. For as much makeup as I test and review on this channel, as well as on Instagram and all the platforms, my blog as well, I'm constantly testing products, and so I like to give my skin a break a lot, and I almost don't want to put on makeup. But when I'm not testing out products, I want to put this on, and even when I have to test out products, I kind of want to put this on. So that's something that I really noticed, was like this mascara compact, this mascara makeup has made me rediscover my joy and love for makeup, because it makes me feel like the best version of myself. It's so easy, it's so effortless, and every time I look in the mirror it makes me happy. I also really enjoy playing with it, but I still feel like I get to look like myself because it is so flawless and natural. I don't feel like I'm caking it on. I don't feel like I'm piling on a ton of product. It's really comfortable on my skin. I typically don't like the feeling of products on my face, but this doesn't feel like anything. It feels less than some of my tinted moisturizers. So I would say for a full effortless face, I am obsessed with this compact, my little compact that I've created. And for a lighter look, I still love my Kosas tinted face oil and revealer concealer. You know, I have other products I really love and enjoy and will rotate in and out. This has been my favorite go-to face. It's just so awesome. I do recommend these brushes. So whether or not you want to try the makeup, the brushes are phenomenal. I originally just bought the 2 brushes, but I ended up picking up 2 more, and at this point I kind of wish that I had purchased the entire brush bundle, because I think you save more versus buying them individually. And now I'm kicking myself because I feel like I'm going to end up buying the entire collection anyways. So Best Blend Forever was one of the first ones I got, but I also got the blush and bronzer brush, which is also known as the B squared. This is my favorite one to apply the product. I use the smaller brush because it's densely packed to really color correct, highlight, and contouring. I like the MAC detail brush, so this one's really good for contouring, and then I like the little one for adding a pop of highlight. I also just really like this eyeshadow brush that I got. I kind of am like, ooh, I should have just bit the bullet and bought the entire collection to save a little money, but you know, c'est la vie, it's okay. They're really good quality, very heavily, densely packed, that seem to be very durable as well. I've washed them a couple times now. I've used my Ofra brush cleaner on them. They seem to be holding up really nicely. The Perfector is something I really recommend if you don't have the Ofra sponge. This is very similar to the Ofra sponge. I really love this to press in the product, and I find the best way to use this is in between each layer. So after you color correct, you want to use it to press in the product and remove any excess, especially if you're new to cream makeup. Most likely you might be using too much, and if you use too much without pressing it in and removing the excess, you're going to start to create texture and pore issues. The best way to use this is to wet the sponge a couple times, squeeze it under the faucet, and then wring it out really good, and then take a towel, wrap it, and squeeze it a couple times. You'll have it nice and cool, and it will feel nice and cool and slightly damp, not wet. If you find that this is removing your makeup or moving your makeup, it is too wet. It's not supposed to do that. So I love using that to press that in, and then I go in with my base highlight shade, press that in, and then I go in with my contour, and then I press that in. I just love using it to really create that airbrushed look. I do recommend the Perfector, or you can try the Ofra one, which is very similar. I love the Ofra one as well. I have just been using the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better setting spray because it is nice and it doesn't have the SPF. The SPF Stay Spray is the one I have for mascara, and I like it, but sometimes I don't need the SPF, and I find that the SPF can almost be a little too hydrating for my skin. More dewy mist. This one is dewy but not as dewy. You can pick this up, or you can pick up the mascara one if you need a setting spray, or you can use whatever setting spray you have at home. Just try and make sure there's no alcohol in it too much. You don't want to be spraying your face with like alcohol. There's like different types of alcohol. Try to avoid the one that's just alcohol. I am so happy with this. I really love this product. I don't really have anything bad to say except that you could hate it. And the reasons you could hate it is because it's just so different from what you're used to. You could hate it because you have the wrong color match. Because it is cream, if you go too light without color correcting, it's gonna flake off, it's gonna accentuate your pores, and it's going to accentuate texture. The science behind that, or the Photoshop behind that, I'm sure Chris could explain better, but basically before you can lighten anything, you have to kind of color correct it, which is why the color corrector is so important in the highlight shades. You want something that's the deepest tone in your face that's going to correct the discoloration you're working with, and most all of us have some sort of discoloration, whether it be purples, blues, or reds. You want something to kind of tone that down before going into your base shade so that you can create that flawless, even look, and then you can contour. Because color matching is so important, mascara does offer exchange for shades. So if you find that the shades just aren't working for you, you can exchange it. It is within a certain time frame though. And if you really just hate the product, you can return it. I think for the most part though, if you give it a little bit of try, if you listen to the tips I've given you, as well as the tips all over the internet on how to use this product, I think you'll really enjoy it, because I love it. And I think if you can get this look and feel so good about how you look, you'll enjoy it. I truly think you'll love it. Just remember, darkest highlight goes first, base shade, contour, and you'll be good. Slight learning curve, probably some troubleshooting that might needs to happen. Very different from traditional ways of applying makeup that we're used to. Very different than traditional foundations, which I'm realizing ends up drying me out a lot of the times if I wear it consistently, because the liquid ends up evaporating and taking some of the moisture with my skin. This one seems to protect my skin a little bit more. The shipping is my biggest gripe right now. I think because of COVID and everything going on with the USPS, shipping's taking a week. Within the US, I know we're spoiled. We're used to getting things like next day, 3 days, but it's taking more like 7 to 10 days to get your orders in. And that's just something that I think they're working on. Another thing that I have an issue with is that they're always sold out of certain products since I've been looking. Trying to work on that from what I hear, and I do get notified when certain shades are planning to be back in stock. So if you want to join my Telegram, I can notify you if a shade I color matched you to is in stock. They do restock. It's just frustrating when you're trying to set up your palette and they're sold out of 2 of the shades you wanted, so then you just buy another shade and you're like, oh, that wasn't the one, I should have just waited. So that's something that's a little frustrating for me. Shipping and out of stock issues, which they're working on. Yeah, I think that's it. That's really all I have to say about this makeup. I've talked about it on my Instagram lives, which is always saved to my IGTV and Facebook page. I've also filmed this makeup look showing you how I like to use the makeup for my everyday full face makeup look, essentially, that really takes like less than 10 minutes if I'm not trying to like talk you through it. So that video will be up very shortly as well. I really wanted to give an unbiased opinion on this foundation, and I think I have. I just really love it. If you want to learn more about it, feel free to DM me on Instagram or email me in the description box. I think that's it for this Tester Tuesday. I don't think I missed anything. If I did, I apologize, and I'm happy to answer it, and I'm happy to do more videos. If you tried out the product, or if you already tried out the product and you have issues, I would love to do more videos for you. As I start collecting more and more product, I will do more videos as well. Don't worry, I have other review videos of other products. I got the Dyson Airwrap recently. I wanted to try it after testing the Revlon blow dryer volumizer thing that went up. And of course, new products will be tested every week here, as well as new beauty videos every Tuesdays and Fridays. Tuesdays are always either product reviews or some sort of beauty video, and then Fridays are always my ASMR or professional facial treatments with the voiceovers, or some sort of relaxing video to help you unwind, de-stress from the week and set you up for success for the new week. And if you'd like to get to know me more, or if you want to see my artist kit unboxing, which I think I'll do over on my second channel, my lifestyle and motherhood channel, check out my lifestyle and motherhood channel called More Serein. That's where I do vlogs, share our baby stuff, our baby shower, baby products, baby tips, pregnancy stuff. That's just everything else beyond beauty. It's over on More Serein. I also have a fitness channel with my husband because he's a certified trainer. I'm a certified nutritionist and health coach. I just have a lot of stuff going on. I'm nesting heavily because baby girl is going to be here in less than 2 months. And by the time you're watching this video, probably in a month, if she's not here already, I'm just pre-filming, pre-reviewing, pre-doing all of these videos as much as I can. So I would love to see you over on my Instagram, and don't forget to check out my blog. I will be very active on the blog once the baby's here. And I also do monthly gigantic giveaways over on my blog for my newsletter subscribers. So until next time, I will see you guys right back here. Thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. I hope it helped you unwind, de-stress, and take your mind off of whatever it is you might have needed help taking your mind off of. I hope I was informative, and I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day. Bye!